Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. You know, Charles, you look at this defense, definitely going to be put to the test here against a team that's won 3 straight. What do they need to do to come out on top?
Well, I think that at a minimum, they've got to eliminate mistakes. And I know that sounds a little trite, but when you break it down, that means eliminating penalties, not allowing big plays. That has to be where you start. Remember, their head coach in the lead up to this game, he said their opponents have been, quote, unbeatable the last few weeks. So the only way you can beat an unbeatable team is to make sure that you play a clean game yourself.
Snap comes to Murray at 1. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for the Niners.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Barkley, and across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
To throw again on second down. Murray completes it to the tight end, Burton.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Second down at 5.
I got you. 35's the night. Yeah, I got you. Check.
Here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And he's brought down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Murray going to throw. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Green. Check it back. Boys. On the hole.
To throw, it's Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. These two teams all tied after 1. That ball complete to Isabella.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
I'm coming after you.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But
Herbert has it knocked free, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Flush to his right. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Herbert operating from the red zone. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Touchdown 49ers. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Murray now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go, defense. And who we got? Mike 35, Mike 35. Hey. Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Check. Crouch, crouch, crouch. Kill, 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 kill. Check 31, check 31.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll air this one out for Kirk. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it for nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Third and long, it's Herbert. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it a 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. No good on this defense. No good. Mike 51. Easy, quicker.
Throwing now is Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Rolling to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's 2nd and 10. A final shot before the break for Herbert. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
We're paraphrasing the golden.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. 81 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's Herbert. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Clancy. And he's got this down to the 35.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's crossing. He's checking play.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll go to Barkley again. Able to slither by. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running left, it's Barkley. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On second down, Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the 49ers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
Yeah, he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Niners on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Man open is Robinson. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there for the Niners.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He will push his way down to about the 14. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. There he goes left side. The 30. The 20. 10. 5. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. Follow recovery. Touchdown for Arizona. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Right side, Barkley, and he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just a gain of 2 there that's going to bring up a 4th down. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Or it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Mike 51. Watch the screen. Pass. Hey.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
51, Mike 51. It's on field. It's on field. Hey, it's on. Check 15. Check 15.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this thing up.